Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Occult School of Mysteries. My name is Bear. This is Lily. Just before recording, she started growling at nothing, so she needed some love. Yes. Anyway, so, alright, there you go. So this is just a quick one-off. As soon as I'm done with this particular video, I'm going to record, like, immediately after this is turned off. I'm going to record the Q&A, which I had promised, and that'll be out Wednesday, assuming all goes according to plan. And you know how this stuff goes. You announce something to the universe, and that is the best way to hear God laugh at you. So we'll see if it works the same way as I want it to, but it just is what it is. In this business, this is the universe, or the not the universe. The powers that be have a vested interest in keeping people from waking up. It likes slavery, it wants slavery, and that's kind of why I'm talking to you today. It's been kind of put on my mind for a while now that we've officially entered the it's called a season of sacrifice, and it begins. It begins here at Ostra. I don't know if you can see that right there on my ear wheel. Right there, it begins at Olsatra and it ends at Beltain, or actually, it ends on May 1st, May Day. And I don't usually talk about the dark occult. I have occasionally. This is going to scratch my desk. I have from time to time. I don't like talking about the dark occult. I think it's people get off on it. They like that kind of energy, and I'm more invested in actually teaching people the real thing and helping people set free than just talking about things that are scary and fearful all the time. With that said, around this time of year, there are people who are in the higher echelons of the dark occult practices who believe that in order, well, it's a spiritual law. Sacrifice is a spiritual law. That the bigger, the more costly, the more precious to sacrifice, the greater benefit you have into putting that energy into whatever work you're trying to do. So whether it's government or creating, enacting some sort of will that you have. Right. So, I mean, it wasn't uncommon to, offer grain or something like that. Something that kind of stings a little bit, but isn't the end of the world. That's how most people do it. However, you get up high enough and you become evil enough, that idea starts transferring into people. You start sacrificing people. And this is why I don't like talking about this shit, because it's horrific. This is why around this time of year you see child disappearances shoot up dramatically, mass death events shoot up dramatically, war and conflicts always begin around this time of year. Granted, part of that is just due to the weather. It's easier to do war in good weather than bad weather. However, this time of year is the time of year when people make their sacrifices for the year, and so it's not entirely unsurprising that like the canola virus. I'm sorry, I keep trying to say Corona, like the beer. Corona, the coronavirus. Why that's spreading? Exactly, it started showing up right around the same time that Ostra started, and that's not an accident. I mean, they're saying now that it came from a lab in China. So you have to understand that a lot of these solar/Saturnian cults, they make their sacrifices this time of year. And so it would be worth your time to just be mindful of your surroundings, be mindful of what's around you. Okay, just be careful out there. It's a dangerous world. There's people who have dark beliefs, and I don't want you to get caught up in any of that kind of nonsense, because that kind of stuff it's horrific, and but people believe it very strongly. So just keep a watch out. You'll start seeing all kinds of weird shit happen between now and May 1st. Death events happen all year round, but if you look at the statistics, statistically speaking, there is way more that happen around this time of year. And if you look at the symbolism around the events, the death events, it is really kind of telling that it's not just an accident, but a pre-planned event. Corona, for example, we're talking about the coronavirus. A corona is the crown that happens around a solar eclipse. It's sun symbolism. And I'm sure if you started, I haven't done so, but I'm sure if you started digging around in the etymology of Wuhan and all the different parts of the story, you'll start finding very quickly that it's all very esoteric and there is symbolism there. Again, just be very mindful of what's going on around you. Okay? I love you guys. I want you to be safe. And it was really kind of put on my heart to put out this brief, whatchamacallit, public service announcement. I don't know. Just be careful. All right? Just be careful. All right, love you all. I'll talk to you later.